Hello and welcome to mmo-play's Guild Wars 2 update. Today we're taking a quick look at the recently revealed Ventari, which, if you don't know, is another stance from the eagerly awaited new profession, the Revenant. Also included is the staff skills for the class as a whole. Right off the bat we have the staff, but you aren't going to use the staff just like every other class in the game. Most classes would use it long range, however, the Revenant would prefer just to club someone over the head with it. The first skill, or auto attack, makes its breakout debut with a wondrous every third hit proc. On every third attack, little energy crystals drop around your target, which on pickup will heal you or your allies for a small amount. As you will see later, they can also give regen and swiftness upon pickup. Just the first skill alone is pretty amazing. It will lead to some great support, especially in something like the dungeons. Onward to skill number 2. If you hit a target attacking you, your skill will flip. In other words, a part 2 to that skill upon activation. If you activate the skill again, it will do damage in an area and give weakness. It's a tricky skill to pull off, but it will pay out quite well. Skill number 3 is a pretty standard reflect with the added bonus of shooting off its own projectiles in an area around you. Up to 3 targets, also causing blind. Skill number 4 is purely a support skill. Upon activation, it will heal and remove conditions in a small area. It's a really great spam every time it's up for tough fights kind of skill. And lastly, skill number 5. Now this skill is quite an impressive one. Dash forward, knocking back foes and dealing damage. It's a large dash with a pretty good knockback, which also disrupts targets. Incredibly strong in any kind of PvP setting. That's it with the staffs. Now onto the actual Ventari legend stance. Your 6th skill will summon a tablet which will stay in the world indefinitely until you move out of the area. If you press your 6th skill again and point on the ground, you can move the tablet around. Not only that, but if it moves through you or allies, it will heal a small amount. It's pretty fantastic considering that the cooldown is only about a second and a half. The 7th skill is a dome reflect around the tablet. It's pretty powerful as it stays up as long as you have energy. Keep in mind though, that you can move the tablet with the reflect on. It's very powerful in many situations. Your 8th skill is a delayed, about 1.5 seconds area of effect heal. Comboing moving your tablet and healing in a short amount of time is essential to playing this class. The 9th skill is similar to the 4th skill on the staff. Area of effect Condi cleanse and healing for each condition removed. As Wooden Potatoes mentioned, this kind of creeps into the necromancer territory, which is unfortunate, but anyway. And finally, the 10th skill, your elite skill. Upon activation will explode in a small area, knocking back foes and dropping energy crystals, which like the staff 1 skill will heal you and allies. As opposed to most elite skills, this one is on a pretty short cooldown. The only reason to not use it is if you really need your tablet at that moment. So that's the legendary Ventari skills. Let's move on to the traits. The first minor trait is disarming riposte. Striking a foe while they are using a skill blinds them. It's quite powerful. A lot of Ventari skills synergize with this. Even if you're not playing a support Revenant, I would say it's almost always a must pick. Onto our first crossroads, Nourishing Roots. Grants regeneration to allies near Ventari's tablet. Another really powerful skill, as an ally just standing next to the tablet will give you regen 2/3 of the time. Blinding Truths. Blind nearby foes when you use a healing skill. I'd say only take this if you're going support Revenant, as you'll be using a lot of heal skills. Still, pretty powerful. Tranquil Balance. While using this above the health threshold, healing to allies is increased. Don't be confused, it's only for allies. The effectiveness is pretty high, but you need to be over 90% health. If you're going to go full on support Revenant, consider this, otherwise it's not that great. The second minor trait, Hardened Foundation. Gain toughness based on a percentage of your healing power. For a healing build, it's quite good, but nothing too shocking. The second crossroads, Tranquil Benediction. Healing orbs that you create while holding the staff will now grant swiftness and regen when picked up by allies. It's really powerful. It's something you should definitely consider taking. Eluding nullification. Dodge rolling removes a condition from allies. It's pretty solid, but it's nothing to write home about. Invoking harmony. Healing done to allies is increased for a short duration after invoking a legend. It's another solid but not that great of a skill, unfortunately. It promotes a rather constant switching between stances, but you have to be pretty fast about it. The final minor trait, Serene Rejuvenation, increases healing to allies. If you're going to go full support, so much in this class and traits synergize with this, but you'll be pretty weak yourself, so please use with caution. Final Crossroads, Selfless Amplification, increases outgoing healing based on a percentage of healing power. It's basically the same thing I said for the final minor trait. You'll be weak yourself, but your support to your allies will be incredibly high. Natural Abundance. Create energy fragments around Ventari's tablet when using a legendary centaur stance skill. I believe it means the utility and elite skill, but it's not 100% clear. It's really powerful. This will be my first pick above the rest of the traits in this class. Momentary Pacification. Daze nearby foes when using an elite skill. Because the elite skill has such a short cooldown, this could be really great, but I just think Natural Abundance is so much better. It's more consistent and reliable, and it also fits really nice into an heal ally build. Those are the traits. As you would imagine, it's very healing and support based. Some of my final thoughts to round out this video. A lot of people compare the Ventari to Orianna from League of Legends, which I can definitely see the resemblance. If you don't know, the Revenant uses legends as stances. In other words, notable people or creatures from their history books. Ventari was a centaur that basically was a pacifist. He hated war and all of the like. Thus, it's very fitting that he's the support stance for this Revenant. I believe that they're going in the right direction for Ventari and this profession as a whole, and I'm really excited to see what they show off next. Anyway, that's all for today. This has been MMO Plays Guild Wars 2 Update. Thanks for watching.